Welcome back to Lumosity. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. See, my problem solving score is the lowest one I have. I do believe. Let's see here. Yes, it most certainly is. So here's what I thought I was going to do. We're going to go through the problem solving games that we'd ever get in a normal training session. Start out with the most basic, Addition Storm. We'll work our way up through them. Alright. So, basically it's like Raindrops, except instead of popping raindrops, we're popping animals that rain down. Like this. See? Just like that. I guess, oh looky here. Look, it's the Penguin Pursuit Penguins. This game must have come after that one, or they originally came up with the penguins here, and they don't match the other animals though, so I would say those penguins were used here after they were used in Penguin Pursuit. Just a guess. I'm not sure which game came first though. I'm not sure if Raindrops came before this or if this came after Raindrops. Something makes me feel like... Well, I actually have no idea, but I think this probably came first. I think this probably came before Raindrops, is what I would think. I would also think that Lumosity originally was not planning on having games like this. They thought that this would be too much like what's been done already, and they want new stuff, new games. I guess. Anyway, this will take some time to get through, I imagine, because I'm just so good at it. See what it is here, instead of stages, I'm not good at this, by the way. It's just, you know, I was being, I don't know, a bit facetious, faux cocky, fake cockiness there. Alright, anyway, you see, instead of having a sun come down, you know, to clear away all the, get a break, there is separated into stages. That's where the break comes in. So when I pop all the animals that want to be popped, then that'll be the end of the stage. And then we'll get a break and some time to rest, except I'm not going to rest. You can rest. You can pause the video anytime you want and take a rest if you want. But I'm not taking a rest. Just speeding through this. It actually, I think, helps to do it. Taking a break is not good, I think, because it's hard to get into it for me. You know, I have trouble getting, right now when I'm doing it again and again and again, my hand gets used to typing on the keyboard. My brain gets used to doing math quickly. Simple math, it's really just memorizing. It's memorized everything, it's just pulling it out of memory. So just like in Raindrops, I can let 3 animals drop, or 3 equations drop, or whatever you want to think of them as, and then I lose. No! I tried to type in 33, but it came out 32, and I think that was also correct, but for something else. Just not, no, yes, I did it. There. So the way to do it when it gets to this point is to just try and pop everything before it runs down at least. What I mean is, you want to try and lose only once. It's really hard to lose no times. Oh, I did it. But you want to make sure that you only lose once if you do lose at all. And I probably am this time. Not looking good. Oops. Uh-oh. Alright, I did it. Good. Try to turn up the speed here. And... uh-oh. Not good. Not very bad. Oops. Sorry, animals. Sorry. Oh, but I got the top 5 score and I still lost points. Oh. Alright, well, since this is the Raindrops special, we're going to go through and do Subtraction Storm as well. Figure you'll do all the Storm games and then finish it out with a good old-fashioned game of Raindrops. Just to show you how this, alright, I moved my keyboard out of the way, and let me get back, there we go. Ah, the cupcakes. Do not let the cupcakes get destroyed. We have to feed the world with these things. Let them eat cake, let the world eat cake. We have to save some cake for them. Everyone wants cake in a cup. We have to make sure we keep those around. Don't want them smashing on the ground. Have to have it all eaten up before it reaches the ground, I suppose. It's kind of a weird idea. I mean, less strange than the animals, but still, raining food. Except there have been stories I've heard about fish that rain out of the sky. And I've actually seen it. I've actually seen fish rain out of the sky. Seriously. I'm being serious. I haven't seen them rain out of the sky. But after a big, huge, ginormous rain, there was once a fish that I saw floating around on a tennis court. Now, why it happened to be near a tennis court when it was pouring down rain, I have no clue. But that is a true story. There was a fish on the tennis court after a huge rain, and I don't know why. I don't think they could have come from anywhere except the sky. I mean, I guess somebody could have just brought a fish with them and put it in the on the tennis court, make it look like it had been raining, like it had rained out of the sky. But I don't think that was the case. What I've heard, I've looked it up. What apparently happens is, because there have been some confirmed cases. What apparently happens is there's a huge wind someplace when there's a storm like that, maybe a tornado, which happens, thunderstorms and tornadoes, they go together. You can't have one without the other. I mean, you can have thunderstorms without tornadoes, but you can't have tornadoes without thunderstorms, I don't think. So, I mean, everything's possible, but usually you need that. It should be naturally generated, you need that, I think. Anyway, point is, there may have been a tornado in the area or other strong winds that brought a fish up right out of the ocean and then deposited it some miles away onto that tennis court, making it look like it had been raining, fish, but really the wind had just moved it up and then flung it down. What was really strange, though, is the fish was still alive. It was still alive. That's what's really weird. So it's like it was breathing in the water or whatever when it was coming down. It's really, really strange, but it was still alive. That's what makes me wonder if it was actually real. Somehow I find it hard to believe that a fish could survive. I mean, I can see a big object being taken up in a tornado and being flung down with the downfall of rain, downdrafts during the downdraft stage of a thunderstorm. I can see that happening. But I can't see a fish surviving the process. It doesn't seem likely to me. And if you know different, as always, post in the comments. No! That was embarrassing. Oh, gosh. Oops. That was really embarrassing. It was. That was horrible. No, don't. Oh, gosh. Are you kidding me? Alright, just to show you how epic I can be at this game when I'm focused, this time I'm not going to let a single one drop. I'm going to catch them all. If not, I failed. I died. Well, that was not a top 5 score. Not even a little close. Alright, let's move on to multiplication. It has more to do with addition, actually, but, well, whatever. It's raining fruit. Solve the equations before they hit the ground. And off we go. So, any other stories you'd like to hear me tell you? Something else I can say while I'm doing this? I don't know. I mean, tell me a story. Post in the comments. Post a story. I remember when YouTube changed their comment system recently. In my time. They probably changed it again in your time before I post this. But in my time, Google just merged their YouTube, which they bought. They own YouTube, by the way. You probably know that. So they merged, whoops, daisies, not 900. Big number, not that one. So YouTube merged the Google Plus with YouTube. And some people, well, I guess most people don't like it. Some people have gotten used to it. I really liked it. I really liked it before. The only thing that I really, really, really do not like now is, and there's some other things too, but what really gets me, in the past you could hover your cursor over someone's comment and it would tell you all about how many subscribers the person had. So when the spammer went on and started yakking about how many subscribers they had, like thousands and thousands, you could hover your little cursor over there and see that they actually had 0 or 1, which was probably another account that they had that they subscribed to themselves, I would guess. Really embarrassing for them. And now you can't do that. Now they can come on and say, "Ooh, I have more subscribers than PewDiePie." And you can't verify that without checking out their channel, which is exactly what they want you to do. Now, of course, when they tell you they've got more than PewDiePie, you know that they're lying. But when it's more, when they're saying just maybe a few thousand, there's really no way of telling that point. You could totally not have heard of them, and they could be telling the truth. That could work out. So, that's what really gets me. But anyway, the story was, I remember when it was starting, there was, the Bob War. Remember that? Remember those days? There was the Bob War, and then there was the between the Bobs and the anti-Bobs. That was kind of a little bit weird, actually. I don't understand the dynamics of that. That was, what do they call it? An internet phenomenon. No, it escapes definition and classification. Description. It evades all logic. That's what it does. So anyway, that happened. But I remember back in those days when it was just, when it was the protest had begun, there was a story. There were people who could take advantage of the huge comments that were then possible, and someone, somewhere, somehow, found the entire script of Braveheart and posted it. Right there, using the enhanced, the really, really long comment system. And so there it was. I expanded the comment, and I got the entire Braveheart script. Well, I read through part of it, and I was like, well, seems legit. How interesting. Somebody posted Braveheart onto YouTube in text form. How amazing is that? And I was probably the only one who thought that was interesting and not just raging against them including such a huge comment, because it took about 5 minutes just to scroll to the bottom so that I could close that up. Why, it took 30 seconds just to load the thing. Just, the web page was all frozen and with loading it, just because it was so huge. Actually, I don't remember how long it took. It probably didn't take that long. I forget. Anyway, point is, that's the story. That's the whole story for you. There you go. That's one of my experiences on YouTube. Reading the comments and, people taking advantage. I guess there was something else too. There were other things that were happening way back when. Then there was let's see. What was it? There was the Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Hold on, just let me remember real quick. I'm remembering, alright? I'm really old. I've got a lot of memories to sift through. Let me just sift through them in peace, would you please? Okay, so... Alright, so you know how you can post links? Or at least there was a time. I don't know if you can now, but there was a time when you could also post links through the YouTube comment system. Right around the last story I was telling you about, the Bob Wart, there was a, and so there were these spammers who'd go around posting links to that video and then disguising the links as something else. Sometimes they'd be really devious and have the link be show more or replied to comment, and it'd actually be, they'd be mimicking what YouTube would normally put there. Except it wasn't. It wasn't a YouTube link at all. It was actually linked to their own video. But it was colored blue the same way because it was a link also. That was me. That was devious. Man, I'd look up in dictionary what devious means. I'm sure that it's describing that as an example of what deviousness is. And there's a picture of that, you might say. Alright, so the thing about this game, what I've been wanting to get to, this game has I've discovered how to hack this game. Now, it's not really, how should I say it? It's not really a hack, per se. It's kind of cheating. It's not hacking, it's cheating. There's a difference. So, what I'm going to do is... Actually, you know what? I think this episode's already going to be so long, I'm not going to play. These are only the games that I'm not normally playing. Why don't we just end on this one, you know? Because this is probably going on really long. And I'm almost out of things to ramble about now. So what I'm going to do, what I was going to say about the hacking. Once we get around stage, I don't know, 15, I'm just going to start punching in random numbers. It is actually not completely random. I'm going to very purposefully and very skillfully punch in all the numbers 1 through 12 sequentially, one after the other. And since those are the only possibilities here, since we're only dealing with those 12 answers, and once there are a lot of numbers on the screen, it will always work, and I'll get 100% accuracy. It will be amazing, epic. Amazingly epic. You'll see. Hold on, wait around. This is where it gets good. This is one of the only games where I've got... This is, in fact, the only game where I've got even close to a good score. Also, I know I'm not the only cheater because it's not the best score ever. So, I know multiple people have gotten to the last stage of this game. It has an ending. This one has an ending. I don't know if Raindrops does, but these Storm games do. It's around stage 30. I think it is stage 30. Hold on. I'm going to fail. I think I'm going to fail. I failed. Alright. Time to initiate. We're at stage 15. Time to initiate the epic maneuver. And wait for it. And away we go. Oops. Oops. Fail. And let's go again. I have to be fast. And go. Yes. Go. Uh-oh. There we go. And away we go. Alright, I'm not even watching the screen anymore. I'm just watching the keys on my keyboard. Just trying to get it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. So this is kind of intense, because if I mess up one time, I lose. So I have to make sure I do this perfectly. No, 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 please, please don't. No! I did it. Just a few more times. And just like 4 more times. Or 3, I don't know. No, please. Almost there. This is kind of lame, actually. This cheat is a little bit lame. Or is it epic? I don't know. No! I lost. That's lame. Final stage. Alright, well, you'll just have to take my word for it that stage 30 is the best possible. I've gotten there in the past, you see. I've gotten there in the past, but not today, apparently. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Well, that's an embarrassing way to end an episode of Lumosity, but it's going to have to end it because that's all she wrote today. I'll do it again. In the next special, I'll do this perfectly, and I'll do Raindrops this way or something. Or thanks for watching. Goodbye.